with peanut. With peanut. With peanut. With peanut. With with peanut. With peanut. Spit, spit, spit. Hey.
Happy Friday.
Hey, I just got your message. I haven't got a chance to listen to the JoAnne's, but can you see me?
I can see you, okay?
But I read what you wrote about the old drums and about the sad ending clashing with the bass.
Well, do you want to just listen to them now and then talk about them?
Yes.
All right, so do you have them both there?
Yes.
So why don't you go ahead and do that? I'm just going to turn the video off and do a couple of things in the file while you're doing it because I've heard them, obviously.
Okay.
I'll be here, so just go ahead.
Okay, I'll listen to them both and then I'll let you know. Hey, what's your last name? Right in the ass. Hey, what's your last name? It didn't matter. It was only this moment. Woo! Just one.
JoAnne.
Okay, I heard them. Okay, I just listened to them.
All right. So obviously everything is the same except that one has just electronic drums and one has both.
And that electronic drums, I didn't hear the and that one bar.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
And that one, I didn't. Let me go listen to that one part one more time. And I don't think I heard that drum to that one bar section I'm talking about.
Yeah, the one that I pulled had a, I think it was a hi-hat fill.
Let me hear. I'll play that part one more time. Give me a second. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I do. I got it. I heard it. I went back and heard it again.
So on the one that was just electronic drums, that's where I think that you're talking about the fill.
I played. No, here's the electronic one. I'm sorry. I played the other. Damn. Let me see.
Let me just see. I can find it here.
Yeah, it's hi hat. Yeah, you play the hi hat, but I wanted the drums.
Okay, hang on a second. So let me just.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Okay, so that's both of them. Could you hear that?
Yes.
All right, so now I will take out the electronic drums. We'll do it again. That's not the feel you want, but you want it to be drums like that.
Yeah, little less draggy. Like that, just a little tad bit together. The beats together.
Okay, so hang on, hold on to that thought for a second.
Okay.
We'll come back to this.
Okay.
You wanted to point out that detail, but more generally, when you listen to the songs, you prefer the electronic version or the version that has both, or some combination of the two?
Combo.
Okay, so I'm sorry, your audio is cutting out a little bit, but I think I heard you there.
Okay.
What I heard when I noticed listening to both of them together is that there's places I don't want one or the other.
Okay.
And so, for example, at the very beginning, I only want the electronic drums.
Okay, that's fun.
I don't really want the real drums until it kicks in, and then I want them to come in and for it to be really full.
Yeah.
The fill that you're talking about, I don't want electronic drums. If there's going to be a nice like snare and tom roll, then I don't want to hear the 808 stuff.
Okay.
909 or whatever. So that's an example of where it's sort of the other way around for me. I think the way they're mixed, well, I don't know. So that's probably what I would lean to, is opening with the electronic drums, having the full drums kick in somewhere in either verse one or as it builds into the chorus.
Yeah.
Take them out for that fill after the first chorus, the one we're talking about, and then probably put them back in and mostly leave them unless there's a section that doesn't feel right.
Okay.
And I don't want to go through right now and listen to find that, but although we could, but I'm not sure if that's the best use of our time. We'll see. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
All right. We could actually listen to drum fills today if you wanted to just listen to me play a whole bunch of them and select one that you like.
Yeah, we can do that. Yes.
So then, because it's really hard to talk about what you want in a drum fill unless you know drum lingo. You know, like I want a push ahead beat with 8-note accents on the snare in my dominant hand. Like it's very, I don't know it that well. But through the magic of technology, we can just click a button and sample a whole bunch of different drum fills.
I put it like this. I noticed the drums go. I want. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
So, in other words, do not sound like they're slowly dragging.
All right. So we'll audition some drum fills in a minute.
Okay.
What else about the song did you notice hearing it? Are there any other details?
The saxophone. I noticed the saxophone is buried.
Yeah, I took it out because.
Okay. That's right.
I just put it down so low in the mix that you sort of know that's where it is, but you don't want to hear the notes because it was just a placeholder.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
We're gonna have to have somebody just play that part and
that's just to let me know that's where they're gonna be.
Yep, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, I feel you there.
Yeah. So the chords that go down, that turn sad at the end in the chorus, those pop out pretty well in this mix.
Okay. And don't forget the sad sex in the bridge.
No, of course. That's right after the...
okay. Gotcha.
But there's two sections at the end where it goes from happy to sad. The end of the second chorus, and then the last chorus is like the outro.
I
And I
thought
had
I
two.
thought I thought it was the end of the third verse. I thought.
Yes, third verse. I'm sorry,
Okay.
not second. Um, and so the chord changes. Um, Let me play them. It'll just be easier. Uh, so there's this one, which is the end of the third. All right, so that sounds okay.
Yeah.
And that
What
might be replaced.
you were slowing it down, right?
Please say
Uh,
again.
okay, play it again. I want to make sure I heard something right.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that so far.
All right, so that's the last chorus. On the outro, I had a different set of chords that moved up higher, and they got completely buried in the mix. So I'm going to suggest we just replace those with the ones we just heard. But I'm going to play them for you now so you can hear them. So this is
Okay.
the last step of moving to those sad chords.
Okay.
So it goes up and then sort of hangs at the end and ends at the end, but I have a hard time hearing it.
Yeah.
Uh, so I was thinking of just going back to the ones that we were doing
Yeah.
uh,
Yes.
because they had a lot of impact.
Yeah.
But I might,
I want the ones with the impact.
yeah, and I might thin the drums out a little bit
Yeah.
so that that constant drive comes down a little bit because I think that'll take the mood down.
Okay. Do it.
So I try just pulling a few of the beats here and there just so it starts to get like a little cry,
Yeah.
a little whiny. Okay. What else about the song did you have? Did you notice? I know you just heard it, so it's hard.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about or comment about?
I know.
All right, then let me go back to that fill. All right. That's set up on a loop, so it's pretty. It's gonna get crazy. Give me 1 minute here to just set up the drummer. I've got. Let's see. So that's it. That's the fill I selected. Do you want me to play you some others? And
Yes.
all right, let's see what we got. Okay, sorry, that one's twice as long. Let me go to ones that are the same size, same length. Okay, here's one. They're on a loop, so it's hard to just stop them. That's why.
Let me hear it again. I like that. Let's hear what else you got.
All right, well let's.
I like that better than the last one.
Okay, so I can just stick that in the song right now, because that one would be right here. Oop. Then we can hear it in place and see what it sounds like. All right, ready?
Yes.
Actually, let me just give you a little bit more around it so you can hear it in context.
Okay. Getting there.
All right.
Just let's hear what else you got.
All right.
It's getting there.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
That one's more of a snare.
That's I keep that one and hear what you else you got. That's the one I like best so far.
This one?
The one you the third one.
That one or the one before it?
No, this one.
Okay. All right. Uh,
Yeah, I like that.
do you? All
Play
right.
it again.
And one more. Wow, that's boring, Phil.
That what?
And that last one was kind of boring. Let me take the one that you just liked and stick it in there and see what you think.
Okay.
Here's what it sounds like in the song. You like that one?
Yeah.
All right, let me try this. The one that you liked before that had all the toms in it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what other ones we have here.
Have you got the very first one you had, the very original one?
That's oh no, sorry. That's this one.
Yeah, I like that.
Let me put that one back in.
Yeah. Yeah.
You like that one?
Yes.
All right, let's leave that one then for now. Let it stew for a week, and if you change your mind, we can just go through this again. As you can tell, it's very easy. I've got a bunch of those fills, and I can just select them and stick them in the song. It's quite simple.
Okay.
All right, good.
I got another idea. You know, once we get the structure of the song done, you know, I can start singing the vocals, putting the vocals to JoAnne, and give you know, we can go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're done with the structure. I just want to go through my
Oh,
notes.
I don't forget to email me the song structure in printed form.
No, I know. I wanted to just sort of go through my notes here to make sure I know all the remaining steps.
Oh, I got another question. Let's see. When you get the finished product, can I get? I'm asking for three. What you call it? Three versions. One with just the instrumental, one the actual song, and one the song with an alternative. A change one word instead of long legs, long arms, because one version for for everybody would be God. Yes, I was looking at the long legs for one, and what version for me I'll say long arms because that's what I was noticing about her when I first met her. But I said long legs because everybody identifies with long legs.
I don't see why not.
Yes, sir. Okay, might have to get ready to leave really shortly.
All right. Well, then let me just take a note on that. Need 3 alts. I mean, you can have all the stems too. I mean, we can figure all that out. That's pretty simple.
Yeah.
So you need full mix, instrumental mix, and then mix with arms, not legs.
Yeah.
Okay. That's simple enough.
Yes.
And then, so I think the song structure is fixed. I will do the documentation now again for you.
Yeah.
And then my next job is probably to just do a lot more recording because I need to go back and redo a lot of the parts.
Okay, if I can, I start soon recording the vocals. I'm also recording vocals on my other song too, One City with that guy. So I'll be recording 2 songs.
Oh, that's okay. Well, yeah. I'm mainly concerned about this one, but that's great. Glad that's rolling.
Yeah.
So, you should definitely be practicing. And the mixes that you're using now are the same structurally as what we'll be doing, so you can use those to practice against.
Yes.
Either one
Okay.
of them.
Okay.
All right, great. All right, I'll let you go then, so you have something to do, and then we'll get together in a week, and you'll have. I sent you a mix yesterday. I'm going to try to do that again next week, so that you have a day to look at it.
Okay.
So on Thursday, if you can remember. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
You too.